Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime, and in between time, I'm gonna give some shout outs to the early birds. What's up, Marcus Payne? What it do? What's up, what's up, what's up, fam? Honey Love, Tim B, Angel Heaven, DJ J Mo, Music, what's up? The Duchess, Art, Sherry Marcy, what's up, Sherry Marcy? Miss Jazzy is in the building. Miss Jazzy is in the building. BB Rock, what's up? I see you, T. Wilson. Lily Jones, Adam Wallum, what's up, Adam? See, Illinois is in the building. St. Paris, Louisiana. What's up, St. Martinville, Louisiana? Louisiana in the house, hold on. Desi Smith, Charlene Joe. Louisiana up in this bad boy. Frank Hill. All right. LA representing. You did? Okay, fam. Let me go in. I'm gonna put up a picture of the subjects here. Right here, fam. What you're looking at is a travesty. This right here, fam, is bad news. We have a youth pastor gunned down at the church by the pastor's son in a lust triangle. Not love, family, because love don't do that. Love don't hurt. Love don't maim and wound. Love don't destroy. This is bad news right here, family. This is bad news. So let me break down the story to you, and then I'll offer my commentary. So we have, according to the Dallas Police Department, 30-year-old Joshua Andrews is charged with murder in the shooting death of 31-year-old Denzel Branch. That's Joshua to the left. Denzel is on the right. Denzel is no longer with us, family. Denzel lost his life on Easter Sunday, of all days. Imagine that, family. Imagine. Somebody's at the church. The pastor's son is at the church on Easter Sunday with a gun, pulls out a gun, and blasts the youth pastor. Easter Sunday. All right, fam, let me get back to the story because I'm getting off track here, but it's just a wild story. So 30-year-old Joshua Andrews is charged with murder in the shooting death of 31-year-old Denzel Branch. The family shooting happened, the fatal shooting happened, it was a family shooting also, happened on Sunday, March 31st, around 3:25 p.m. in the 2500 block of 56th Street. Dallas police said officers responded to the scene after getting reports of a shooting in the area When the police arrived at the scene, they found Branch suffering from a gunshot wound. Branch was rushed to a local hospital where he later died of his injuries. According to the arrest affidavit, a witness told police Andrews and the victim had attended Easter service at New Generation Church on 56th Street. Witnesses claim both men had close ties to New Generation Church. They said Branch served as a youth minister, and Andrews is the son of the lead pastor and founder of New Generation Church, Eric J. Andrews. The leaders of New Generation Church have not confirmed the ties. The witness stated they were in the pastor's office when he heard the pastor receiving a phone call. The pastor allegedly told the caller not to do something and gestured for the witness to go outside and handle the situation. Investigators said Branch and Andrews got into a verbal dispute that eventually became physical. Witnesses told police Branch allegedly punched Andrews in the face, and it prompted the other man to pull out a black pistol and fire. As Branch got in a car and tried to drive away, Andrews allegedly followed him and shot him. Andrews confessed to police that he followed Branch and continued to shoot, stopping when he saw Branch laying on the middle of the road. Andrews would later tell police the argument stemmed from a love triangle. According to the arrest affidavit, Andrews stated that he had been involved in an intimate relationship since May 2023 with Branch's ex-wife, who divorced Branch around November 2023. The church is located less than 2 blocks from where witnesses saw Branch fall to the ground. He was running on foot, an anonymous neighbor said. All of a sudden, we heard 2 shots. Neighbors said they later heard at least 6 more shots fired. I seen the guy was laying, on the ground, Karen Lorenzo said. People were yelling. Lorenzo said she had lived in the area for 30 years. They were giving him CPR, the witness said. Authorities said Andrews fled the scene after the shooting, and later turned himself in to Southeast Patrol Division. He was arrested and booked into the Dallas County Jail. Wait, there's more, fam, but not in the news. This is off the streets. I like to try to get additional information that's not being reported. So word on the streets is that Andrews, Denzel Branch, and Joshua Andrews, the pastor's son, had got into a physical altercation a couple of days before the fatal shooting. Now check this out, fam. According to reports, Joshua was wearing pink at church. He had on a pink suit, and he changed his suit to a white suit to match his victim's wife's outfit. It's not clear whether it was on that particular day that it happened, but if it did happen on that day, I'm pretty sure that's what set him off. So I'm thinking, I believe they said it happened either that day or the 2 days before, when the first fight that they had, or at least the first publicly reported fight that they had. So we got 2 Black men who have thrown their life away off of pretty much nothing, and a chick that was made for the streets. Well, perhaps she wasn't made for the streets, but she damn sure was for the streets. Because this chick allegedly was having an affair with the pastor's son while she was still married. This is one of the things that led to the divorce, according to reports. So y'all want to see the woman? This is the woman they pretty much both throw their life away for. That's her right there to the left. That's Denzel Andrews to the right. This is the woman that they threw their lives away for. That's her. See if I can get a better shot right here. This might be a better picture. That's the woman they threw their lives away for. Now, let's go back to Denzel. Denzel made a fatal mistake, fam. That's Denzel to the left of your screen. Denzel made a fatal mistake. It was already over between Denzel and his wife. It was over. That relationship was done. That ship had sailed. It was over. It was over. In fact, reportedly, Denzel had moved on with this woman, the woman to the left. Denzel had reportedly moved on with his life. He had moved on with his life when he confronted Joshua on the church grounds and punched him through the window. Don't know what was said, but I can guarantee you that whatever was said wasn't enough to lose your life behind. I don't care what he said. It wasn't enough to lose your life behind. And this, my friends, is what we talk about all the time on this show. It's what I talk about often on this show, is men allowing their emotions to get the best of them and making permanent situations from temporary emotions and temporary moments. It's all emotions. It's all emotions. And men love to talk about how emotional women are. But there are a lot of emotional men out there who we are walking on right now, family, because they did not know how to control their emotions. There are a whole lot of men out there right now who are in the penitentiary because they did not know how to control their emotions. Family, as far as being one of those men who could not always control my emotions, I've been there. I know. I'm speaking from experience. You know what I had to do, family? I had to start thinking in advance. I had to start thinking like, okay, it's chess, not checkers. You know, like when you play chess, you think of not just your move, what you're going to do. You also think of what your opponent is going to do. And you have a plan, a course of action for what he's going to do next, and then what you're going to do if he decides to do this or this or this. It ain't just one move. It ain't like, okay, if he do this, then I'm going to do this. No, it's if he do this, this, or this, then I'm going to do this, this, or this. That's chess. And a lot of us are out here playing checkers. And that's why we're losing our lives and we're losing our freedom. You got to be thinking about these different scenarios well before they happen. Okay, what am I going to do if I'm in the club and somebody bump into me and don't say excuse? How am I going to respond to that? What if somebody step on my shoes, my all whites? What am I going to do? How am I going to respond if somebody tell me, one of my homies tell me, such and such don't mess with you, he don't like you, he been talking down on you? How am I going to respond to that? If you tell me this, how am I going to respond when I see him? When I see him. Keep in mind, that might not even be true, what I was told. It may not even be true. How am I going to respond when I lay eyes on him? How am I going to respond if he see me first and try to confront me? Am I going to blow up? Or am I going to, hold on, man. Am I going to try to be reasonable, be logical, and try to, be measured in my words because it's chess, not checkers? Don't mean you're scared. Don't mean you're scared. See, because there are men out there with the power to push a button and destroy a whole nation who is as cool as a cucumber because they understand the consequences of their actions. If they were hot-headed, if they would have said, they know a whole lot of people gonna die. They may not even die, but they know a whole lot of other people gonna die. We out here making decisions where we gonna put our own lives on the line. Got to get out of that emotional state, man. It ain't smart. Plus, when you're emotional, you're not in control of your mind. You're not in control of your brain. Somebody else is. If somebody could push a button like this, if you got buttons and your buttons say jump, sit, swing, shoot, and they push it, and that's what you do. Stress, and you stress, they push that button, and that's what you do. You're not in control of your brain. They are. So the name of the game is to do the opposite of what your enemy expect you to do. I'll tell you, family, with all of this drama going on in these churches, you damn near safer in the streets. Remember when church used to be a safe haven? That used to be something you could say like, yeah, he into the church or she into the church, and that would be an automatic set of expectations that came with that. Good expectations. Oh, church, okay, that's good. That says a lot right there. That's good. In the church, and now it's like you say that, and what that mean? What that mean? Oh, I'm supposed to be impressed? It's a cold game, fam. That ain't just orange juice, family. I got all kinds of vitamins in here. Ginger. It's good stuff right here. It's good stuff in here. Take care of your body, and your body will take care of you. Going into the comments. Miss Lady, what's up, Miss Lady? Tyree Broomfield. Dayton, Ohio, checking in. Hey, Sister Soul in the building. Marquise Payne, what's up? Chill Wise. What's up, Sean White? Ruth Robinson. What's up, Ruth? My holy king. What up, Sandman? Lord London. What's up, Lord London? Lord London Kamaki. Johnny McGregor. What's up, family? Though, what's up with these pastors? Pastors and pastors' children and the youth ministers and what they call it, the marriage counselors at the church, and because that go on too. I know stories where the husband and the wife went to marriage counseling at the church, and the marriage counselor ended up with the husband's wife. Cold game, man. It's a cold game. Sylvester Dixon, what's up? So check this out, family. Check this out. Here's why the whole cheating thing is very, very dangerous. Besides the fact that everybody knows cheating is wrong, right? But the fact that it's very dangerous because you never know how these things are going to turn out. You can mess around and let a loose cannon into your relationship. You just think you just getting your fix in. And you mess around and let a loose cannon into that relationship, and now it's a triangle. And you don't know what this person got in mind or what this person is capable of doing. Now, granted, the youth pastor was totally out of pocket, swinging on old boy. The youth pastor appeared to have moved on about his business. He appeared to have moved on with his life. He had a new woman and everything. So why are you going over here swinging on this man? Your wife for the streets. Your ex-wife is for the streets. The mother of your children is for the streets. And you probably knew she was for the streets before you impregnated her the first time. I'm pretty sure he knew what type of chick he had. So it seemed like to me that dude was trying to control two households. Yo, I don't like the fact, I'm at the church. I'm still in this church. I don't like the fact that this dude is, it's one thing for him to be messing around with my ex-wife, my wife, but it's a whole nother thing for me throwing this in my face. It's embarrassing. Man, what he should have done, the moment he found out what was going on, he should have just left that church. Because you can't expect the son to leave the church. His daddy is the pastor. He should have left the church. That's what he should have done. He should have gotten up out of that church. Unless he's a pain freak. Man, you got to be a pain freak to divorce your wife go through a divorce with your wife and know that the dude in the church, the pastor's son, is running up in your woman, your ex, the mother of your children, and you still going to that church. Get up out of there, man. That's what he should have done. Should have left the church and then just tried to be as civil as possible to an uncivilized mutt. He should have just tried to be as civil as, because they got kids, so he still got to deal with her. But remember, he made his bed, so he got to lie in it. He made the bed. So he still got to go through it with her for however many years. He got to deal with her because that's the bed he lied. That's the bed he laid. So he got to lay in it. He got to lie in that bed. That's the bed he made, so that's the bed he got to lie in. He should have just kept it moving. I got X amount of years of torture with this. All right. I did it to myself, but guess what? I got it. How many of us had to do that? How many of us have had to take accountability for mistakes that we made and we said, you know what? It's done. I'm just going to have to just deal with it. I did it to myself. That was a self-inflicted situation. So if I got myself into it, I get myself out of it, no matter how long it takes. That's called being an adult. That's called being responsible, holding yourself accountable. That's what he should have did. He should have just held himself accountable and just said, man, I just try to be as civil to this uncivilized mud as possible and keep it moving. Just continue to keep it moving. Right now, dude is not supposed to be, in a mortuary. I don't know if the funeral happened yet or whatever, in the mortuary, in the grave or whatever. He's supposed to be somewhere with his new chick, enjoying life and building a future. That's what his life should look like right now. And her life should look like chaos. She should, right now, still be with old buddy, the pastor's son. Still let her have him, because those type of relationships don't last. Let her have him. You lose them just like you get them. Let her have him, because guess what? He ain't gonna trust her. Let me tell you something, fam. Men are conquerors, and that's all. And after we get what we want, if that ain't what we really want, if once we get it and we realize she ain't nothing really special, we gone. So he was never gonna trust her, because he know she was messing with him while she was married. Men don't respect that, ladies. We'll accept it, but we don't respect it. We'll accept it as long as we're getting what we want, but we don't respect it. So he's gonna always have doubts. He's gonna always be suspicious of you. If you cheat while you have, or if you mess with him while you're in a relationship, he not gonna trust you, because he gonna feel like, well, if you did it to him, what's gonna stop you from doing it to me? So that relationship was not going to work out anyway. So imagine if he had just kept living, kept handling his business, kept being civil towards her, living his life with his new woman, who in my opinion is more attractive. Move on, continue to grow, build, get your money, stay healthy, keep looking good, keep shining, while her shit is falling apart. She's becoming unraveled. She's stressing out. She's tripping. Because now she got 3 kids. I think they said she had 3 kids. Or some reports said she had 5 kids. But let's go with 3 kids. While she got 3 kids and she's trying to bounce back after that relationship dissolves with the pastor's son. She's trying to bounce back with 3 kids, and who knows, he probably would have gave her 1 or 2 more. Now she got to try to bounce back with those kids in tow. How you think that's going to work out? I ain't saying she can't find happiness at some point somewhere, but she going to have an uphill battle. Now, he done threw his whole life away for a chick that's for the streets. In my mind, I'm thinking, I'm mad, I'm pissed, I'm embarrassed, but I ain't finna throw it away for no chick for the streets, man. I ain't finna throw it away for no chick. I don't give a damn if she for the streets or the sidewalk. I ain't throwing my life away for no woman. Nah, I'm not doing that. Boy, I threw it all away. It appeared to me, fam, that the pastor's son, the youth minister wanted to control the situation. He lost control of the situation, and it made him become unraveled. You know, it's like, yo, yeah, I moved on with my woman, but still, man, you know, I'm still trying to control this situation over here. And when he lost control, you know, he did what dudes do oftentimes when they're emotional. They black out. They don't think. They lose all sense of rationality. According to a Facebook post, the victim's child saw him get shot. Another account is that that dude was running away. Denzel was running away when he got shot. And another said that the suspect's child was in the car when he drove away. So Denzel's child watched one of his kids watched him get murdered. And Joshua, his child, was in the car when he killed a man. Man, what about God, man? What about God? Like, God ain't. I guess they don't believe in. I guess they don't. I guess they didn't really believe in Jesus and God and stuff like that. I guess they didn't really believe that, you know, in, you know, being washed with the blood. And you know, y'all know what I'm talking about. Thou shalt not kill over a chick for the streets. You know, whatever the passage is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm not really good at this type of stuff, but I'm sure it's in there somewhere. Proverbs 5:3-22. For the lips of the adulterous woman drip honey, and her speech is smoother than oil. But in the end, she is bitter as gall, sharp as a double-edged sword. Her feet go down to death. Her steps lead straight to the grave. She gives no thought to the way of life. Her paths wander aimlessly, but she does not know it. 20. Why, my son, be intoxicated with another man's wife? Why embrace the bosom of a wayward woman? For your ways are in full view of the Lord, and he examines all your paths. The evil deeds of the wicked ensnare them, the cords of their sins hold them fast. Her feet go down to death. Her steps lead straight to the grave. That's some of that Bible talk. Proverbs 5:3-22. I guess Denzel didn't read the whole Bible. He didn't read the Bible. Even though Joshua was the pastor's son, don't seem like he read it either. Don't seem like he read it. Wow. But here's a picture. I'm looking at a picture right now of Denzel, Joshua and the wife all in a pic together. Then there's a picture online on Facebook or Instagram of, let me show y'all this picture. Then there's a picture of Denzel and Joshua. Standing next to one another, chilling. Boy. When they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, this must be what they was talking about. I'm almost there. Check out this picture. That's Joshua to the left. Denzel to the left. That's the victim. That's the deceased. That's his ex-wife in the middle. And that's Joshua to the right. Joshua is the killer, the pastor's son. The picture is very telling if you look at it. Denzel seems to be oblivious that there's some type of relationship is going on between the pastor's son, who appears to be his friend, and his ex-wife. This is probably a picture that they took when they were all still kicking it, when everything was cool. Joshua has a look on his face like, I don't mess with you like that. I don't rock with you like that. And he also got that look like, man, when you gonna tell this fool the truth? When you gonna let him know about us? When you gonna let him know what's up with us? That's that look he got on his face. And look at her. She got that look like she controlling both of them. Like, ha, ha, ha. Like, yeah, boy, if you only knew. She got that look like she running the whole show. That's the church right there. What else going on in those walls? What's going on between those walls? The walls at New Generation Church. I tell you what, they got the name right. It is a new generation because these type of things never happened when I was growing up. You couldn't even fathom something like this happening at church. Nowhere, no one is safe. Now, Joshua got some punishment coming. Joshua might have been okay if he'd have just popped the old boy and then he dropped and downed him. That was it. He obviously he probably wasn't as accurate as he wanted to be. So when he shot him, dude made the getaway, so he decided to hunt him down. That's what's gonna get him that time. That's what's gonna get him the time. I'm sure whatever happens, he ain't gonna do too much time. I will do an update on this because this is the pastor's son. Typically, pastors have good relationships in the community. They know a lot of people. That church seems like a good medium-sized church. So they probably have a good-sized congregation. A lot of people who will be willing to stand on stage and talk about how great Joshua is, and he just made a mistake. Joshua will be back, but his life will never be the same. He gonna miss a considerable amount of years watching his child grow up. Denzel don't get to see his children anymore. They'll never see their dad again unless they see him on pictures. That life that he had, where he looks, if you look at that picture, he looks, vibrant, very much alive, very healthy. Now he's dead. That's over. The end. While the chick in the middle, the catalyst, she gets to move on to the next dude. Yeah. I'm sure she's somewhere crying on one of her girlfriend's shoulders. Trying to absolve herself from any type of culpability. I'm sure there's another dude out there somewhere, and she's gonna act like those two were crazy. They was crazy. They was tripping. And she's gonna come off as really sweet and innocent. It ain't all on her though. All three of them made mistakes. Denzel made a grave mistake. Volcamies. What's that? Is that Volcamies? Volcamies. Okay, so how would she explain that to her kids? She gonna lie. You know she gonna lie. She's gonna totally absorb herself from any culpability. That's what she's gonna do. She's gonna lie. Antonio Spencer, what's up? Nandi Johnson. So apparently we're the only ones concerned about the kids, fam, because people that put themselves in these type of situations, they don't be thinking nothing about those kids, family. They don't think about those kids. And it's not just those people who found themselves in violent situations, deadly situations. It's also everyday people. Some who are watching this program right now, listening to this show right now, behaving in that same type of behavior, talking about how they love their kids, but cussing their mama out, cussing the daddy out, acting a plumb fool. They don't love those kids. It ain't about the kids, it's about them. Because you can't raise children and be childish. You can't do that. You cannot raise children while you're acting like a child yourself. Somebody got to be the adult. So you got to swallow your pride. You got to get rid of the emotions. You got to take the emotions. If it's really about the kids, you call that woman and you say, look, I hear you, I understand, you don't like me, it went wrong, whatever, I messed up, you messed up, whatever. I take, you ain't got to say she messed up. She knows what she did. I take full responsibility for my part because it takes two to tango. I take full responsibility for whatever part that I made. But you know what? I know I love these kids. I know I love my kids. And I know you love our kids. But we got to act like it and we got to show them. So we got to act like adults. We don't have the luxury of acting like a child. We're trying to raise children. So it ain't going to work if we're acting like children and they're acting like children also. The lines get blurred, it gets confusing to children. So you got to be an adult at all times. You don't have the luxury of acting like a child, not one time when you're raising children. You don't have that luxury. Even if you want to feel like, if you just want to throw everything up and just go crazy, you don't have that luxury. You cannot allow your child to see you behaving like that, not one time. Because you know what's going to happen? They're not going to trust you to raise them. And why should they? Something wrong with you. You off. Why would they trust you to raise them? So you don't have the luxury. How y'all going to be in these relationships with people and bring children into the world and hate the other half of that child's, No matter what you think of him, no matter what you think of her, y'all produced a child. And you cannot really love that child like you say you do and hate the other half of them who helped you bring them into the world. You couldn't have made it happen. The child ain't even there if it's not for both of y'all, not for that other half they help, no matter what else they did wrong, they did that part right. If you really love your children like you say you do, if they did everything else wrong, the one thing they got right was they helped you bring the true love of your life into the world. This is the person that you love more than everything. That's what you say. So they help you bring that child into the world. So they get credit for that if they don't get credit for nothing else. That alone should make you say, you know what? Boy, I really want to hate this. I don't like what he did. I don't like what she did, but you know what? I'm going to deal with it. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and respect it. I'm going to go ahead and respect it because, man, I got a great child out of the deal. I got some great kids out of the deal. That's taking your bitter with your sweet. Some of us, we're only good at taking our sweet. We can't take the bitter. You got children with somebody. Sometimes you've been in relationships for 5 years, 10 years together, 20 years together, and you still can't speak to, you can't even bring yourself to speak to people. Now, I understand if somebody is an uncivilized mutt, they did you dirty, they tried to kill you, take your life, okay, that's something different. I just disagreements and they spent the money or they cheated, they did, They lied. All right, man, got it. Yeah. Everybody been there. Somebody got to be the adult. So how you have these, you went through these years and all these times, and even if it was only a year, and let's say it was a wild, crazy relationship for an entire year, y'all wasn't doing nothing but getting it in and eating and going on trips and going to concerts and plays and parties and just having fun, having a good old time. But you got a kid out of the deal. Why is it that we tend to just focus on the negative and not the positive? All we talk about is all of the negative stuff that happened, but none of the positive things that person is responsible for sharing with you. Why is it that we just talk about the negative stuff, only focus on that, just that only? The good, you got to take the good and the bad. You take the good with the bad, right? And you look back at it and you say, you know what? Okay, I got it. You know, I can accept it. You know what? It didn't work out, but there was some good times. That was a lot. Hell, we got a kid out there. There had to be some good times. So that was a good time. We had some good times. But because of the bad times, we just couldn't get through. But at the very least, I can be civil toward them. I ain't even got to respect them. I can be civil toward them. Now, not respecting them don't mean you got to disrespect them. See, that's the difference. See, you ain't necessarily got to respect the person, but you don't disrespect them either. This is a wild game, fam. Wild times we live in. The past the sun. You would think, ideally, that a pastor's son would be able to show more discernment, would have more control, more self-control. Where, okay, I got this gun for my protection. This fool swung on me. I ain't gonna kill him. At least not at the church. I ain't gonna, you know what? But I am gonna pull this hammer out, if I pull it out at all, and let him know he ain't running nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta tell you what, y'all can read between the lines. But how about go ahead on and the dude swung on you, how about get out and handle your business? If you was bold enough to go and have an affair with the man's wife, you should have known, you should have been bold enough to accept a fair one, right? But a lot of times you got cowards who do certain things, and then when the repercussions come, they're gonna do something. They ready to do something dirty because they can't do a foul one. They can't give a fair fade because they ain't built like that. But I tell you this, fam, y'all better stop putting y'all hands on people. Unless you're in a situation where you're trying to protect yourself, unless you're in a situation where you got to do this, you gotta put hands on somebody to protect yourself or your loved ones, y'all better stop putting y'all hands on people. And you better start assuming, in fact, presuming that people got guns on them, that everybody got a gun. You better start assuming that people got a gun, that this person probably got a gun on them. Especially when somebody acting tough. You ever been around somebody and they acting really, really tough, and you looking at them like, man, what he gonna hurt? What's she gonna do? Yeah, they acting tough, family, because they know they got that thing on them. So you got to be real careful. Remember the dude who was inside the store with his small son, and his wife and this guy checked his wife because his wife was parked in a handicapped spot, and he came outside, saw him arguing with the wife, and he walked up to him, and that fool hit the ground and came. When he hit the ground, he pulled that thing out. Boo, boo. That's why he did it, because he was ready. Cowards. That's how a lot of cowards operate. They ain't gonna do nothing unless they have a clear-cut advantage: size, numbers, or weaponry. So you gotta assume somebody just going all over the top, especially a small person, somebody look small, somebody that just look like somebody you can just, kick a field goal with. Oh man, they be ready. You could assume that they're ready. So you should probably, if you decide to make a move, proceed with caution. Make sure you're ready, because more than likely, they're ready. I'm gonna give a few more shout outs, fam, then I'm gonna shut it down. LeakU.com, what it do? Lanez, what's up? Step Mommy, what's up, Sean Lunatic? Toby Cat, Justin Smith, what's up? All right, fam, that's my time. I appreciate y'all joining the live. Miss Jazzy, appreciate you running that moderator duties. That's my time, family. Oh, man. Oh, buddy. It's a cold game, man. Cold game. This dude threw his whole life away over a chick for the streets. How many times has that happened? Man, R.I.P. Denzel Branch. Till next time, family, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. No more talk.